Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So this channel, Every Data Science, is all about trying to learn the different concepts involved in data science by practicing a lot of questions. In this video, I'm going to solve this question on LeetCode regarding new users daily count and try to walk you through how we can develop solutions to such problems. The difficulty level of this question is medium, and this question has been asked in LinkedIn interviews over the past couple of years. Also, some of you also asked regarding the SQL schema. So this is the SQL schema. I will copy paste this in the description box below if you guys want to check it out. Okay, let's jump right in. We are given a table called traffic with three different columns: user ID, activity, and activity date. There is no primary key for this table. It may have duplicate rows. The activity column is an enum type which can have values login, logout, jobs, groups, or homepage. We are asked to write a SQL query to report for every date within at most 90 days from today the number of users that logged in for the very first time on that date. Assume today is 30th of June 2019. So within 90 days from today. So 90 days before this 30th of June 2019 till 30th of June 2019, on each day how many users logged in for the first time, right? The order of the result does not matter. Okay, let's go through this example, right? So we have different users, right, and their login activities and the different dates, right? So if you look at it, right, so 90 days before 30th of June 2019 is around 1st of April, right? 31st of March, 1st of April. Okay, so if you look at it, right, so between 1st of April and 30th of June 2019, right, let's say, so on 1st of May 2019, so it is within that range. So user ID 1 logged in for the first time, right? So on 1st of May 2019, how many users logged in for the first time? 1. And since there is no other entry for this date, so on 1st of May 2019, only one user logged in for the first time, right? Now let's go to the second date, so 21st of June, so it is also within that range, right? So for this user ID 2 logged in for the first time. And also if you look at user ID 4, the person also logged in for the first time on 21st of June, right? So on 21st of June 2019, there are two people who logged in for the very first time. You might be wondering why we are not considering this, right? Because user ID 5 also logged in on 21st of June 2019, because it says on every day within that 90-day range, the user should log in for the very first time, right? So the user ID 5 did not log in on 21st of June for the very first time. The user logged in for the very first time on 1st of March 2019. Even though that date is not within this period, we need to consider it, right? So that is what we have in the output, that on 1st of May 2019, only one user logged in for the very first time, and 21st of June 2019, we have two users who logged in for the very first time. So to do this, ideally, if you think about it, like the first step should be for each of the user ID, we should try to find out like what is their first login date, right? So that we can get an idea that, okay, these users logged in on a particular date, which is within that range for the first time or not, right? So what I'm saying is, and how you can do that, you can use the ranking function, right? So there are three ways: row number, rank, and dense rank. Since the question says that there is no primary key for this table, right? So there may be duplicates. So if you use rank or dense rank, so there might be duplications, and because of that there might be multiple rows which will be getting rank number 1, or basically the same rank, right? So you at the end might have to, insert distinct and all that keywords. So instead of doing that, what we can do is simply we can use row number. So what I'm saying is, from this table called traffic, right, what I'm doing is, let's keep only those rows where activity is equal to login, right? Because we are only concerned with when the user logged in first, where activity is equal to login, and then for those cases or those rows, return the user ID, right? Return the user ID, the activity date, right? And also rank them, right? So we are using row number to rank them. So row number, and since this is a window function, we need to write the over clause, and we need it for every user, right? So we write partition by user ID, and you also need to order by activity date. right? Because for cases like these, right, user ID 5, so there will be two options, right? So we need to get the first one. So we need to order by activity date in ascending order. So order by activity date, and let's alias this as rank, right? Let me run this. Let's see what we are getting, right? So if you look at it, right, so you have different users, and for all their different logins, like which one was their first one, right? So for example, user ID 5, we have two different logins, right, on different dates, but 1st of March 2019 was the first login. We can proceed is we can save this in a common table expression, so with CTE as, right, and then this entire thing goes into parentheses, right? So now what we can do is, from this common table expression, we need to make sure that firstly the rank is 1, so that is the login activity is the first one. So we write where rank is equal to 1, that is it is the first login on a particular date, and also the date lies between that range that has been given in the question, right? So where activity date is between, so 90 days before 30th of June 2019, right? So you can use different functions like date add or date sub, right? So we can use date sub. So basically subtract the days from watch date 2019 June 30th, and it is an interval of 90 days, right? So 90 days before 30th of June 2019 and 2019 June of 30th. So when we, from this common table expressions, we are only keeping those rows where your rank is equal to 1, that is it is your first login, as well as the activity date is between the 90-day period, right, before 30th of June. In those cases, we need to find for each activity date, right, how many users logged in, right? So we need to group by the activity date, right, and we need to return the activity date. So return activity date, and this should be aliased as login date because that is what we have in the output. So we write as login date, and then you need to count the user IDs, right? So count user ID and alias this as user count, right? Okay, so since we don't need to order this by anything, I think this looks good, right? Let me go ahead and run this to see what happens. Okay, so this is accepted. Our output is same as expected output. Let me go ahead and submit it to see if it passes all the test cases. So yeah, this passes all the test cases, and this is how we do it. Again, not a difficult question. All we had to do was for each user, we found out their first login date, right? And then based on that, we made sure that, okay, the login is the first time, and also the activity date is between that 90-day period that the question has asked for. So we do that and grouped by the activity date and counted the different number of users logged in for the first time. So yeah, this is how we do it. Let me know if there is a better way or a more efficient way you can think of to solve this question. Let the solution be in the comment section below, and until then, I will see you guys in the next video.